favorite call someone. Like, it all started on a three-way. And we still doing three-ways to this day, but now we get a chance to actually see some faces. So, hey, family, if you're here with us, you're not actually looking at TV, you're not watching the game, you're not watching your favorite soap opera show, you're not looking at, what's the name of that show with Queen Latifah, The Equalizer, you're not looking at that. Turn on the cameras. Come and be with us. Like, we're only here for a few minutes, and I don't care if it's 60 minutes, it's still a few minutes. You know, once you get to, you know, some minutes, you literally just tune in, family. Because I'm telling you, this Sunday night Momentum Zoom has changed everything for me. My wife and I have a running joke that if any of my kids were born on a Sunday at 8 p.m., I would have missed their birth because I would have been right here with you guys, with my camera on, by the way, right? But hey, family, my name is Martavius Silman. I'm honored to be your host this evening. You get a chance to actually hear from a multitude. Did I say that word right, Miss Steele? I think I did, right? A multitude of hosts. This month. Normally, we just have one host for the entire month, but this month, you had a chance to hear from Mr. Self last Sunday. You got myself this Sunday. You have Mr. Palachi next Sunday. You have Mr. Humes the Sunday after that. And then $2 million income earner, millionaire club member, Miss Kai Deeren on the last Sunday. So get a chance to hear from a lot of different leaders this Sunday. So I'm excited for you guys. Yeah, Martavius Silman out of the Atlanta, Georgia area. My background is in the adult beverage industry. That's just a fancy way of saying that I sell alcoholic beverages for a living. I used to say I sold alcoholic beverages for a living, but I realized, like, I still do it to this day, right? So I still sell alcoholic beverages for a living. Absolutely love what I do. I love what I did previously, which was cover multiple states in the Southeast region, but about 3 years ago, my wife and I found out we was having our first child, and I realized I was spending more nights in hotel rooms than I was spending in my own bedroom, and that was a recipe for disaster. And not so much for my marriage, because she used to travel with me, but when she got pregnant, she couldn't travel as much. She was, you know, the morning sickness and just not feeling like she wanted to. And then I realized that I was going to be raising my child through Facebook, FaceTime, and Instagram with the rest of the world. And I didn't want that to be his story. At the time, I didn't know if it was he or her, right? But now I know I didn't want that to be his story. So I started looking for something different. I came across this amazing opportunity with PPLSI, but more especially this amazing team here with Team New Vision. And I'm glad I did, because 9 months into my journey here, the world shut down due to a pandemic. 11 months into my journey here, not only did the world shut down, but so did my job. And with a 3-month-old at home and losing my job, I'm going to be honest, I panicked. I can remember calling my mentors, right? Mr. Elvers and Mr. Humes was the first 2 calls I made when I got that call that Monday. And it's funny, if you ever hear my presentation, I say that call went something like this. Hey, I know you got a kid at home that needs diapers. You got a wife that wants food on the table and a roof over her head, but, oh, well, we can't afford to pay you no more. That's not what they said. But that's what I heard when they said, hey, we're not paying you after Friday, right? So I remember getting that phone call. I went outside because my face was tearing up because I'm sitting here trying to figure out how am I going to buy diapers? How was I going to tell my wife that I lost my job? And we just had a newborn. And I called Mr. Edwards, and he said, hey, man, congratulations. I didn't like that answer, so I got off the phone and I called Mr. Humes. And he said the same thing. Hey, man, congratulations. You didn't lose anything, man. You just gained everything. Now it's just time to go to work. Did just that. 5 months later, I replaced my full-time income. 8 months after that, I doubled my full-time income, and I like to say it hasn't been at that since, right? And now I'm blessed to be in a position to do what my mom raised my 2 older brothers and I to always believe in. She said, baby, if God is blessing you, it's not for you to keep, it's for you to give to someone else. And that's why I'm excited to be here this evening, because I know this call has been a blessing to me over the last 3 years, and I know it can be a blessing to you. If you're not looking at football right now, I know that you want to look at the Sunday night game. I know you do, but guess what? It's still going to be on once this call is over with. I know you're thinking about the bills that you got to pay tonight or tomorrow. Guess what? It's still going to be there when this call is over with. Be here. And that's all I'm asking you to do. Be here for this call, because I know what this call has done for me. Not only as a businessman, not only as a ring earner, not only as an ED, but as a father, as a husband, as a man in my community, because you hear so many stories that's outside of this business right here. So some of the things that you're thinking about right now, about how can I give back to my community, you're going to hear it tonight. How can I become a better father, a better mother? How can I become a better wife or husband? You're going to hear it tonight. It's not just always about business. You got to read between the lines sometimes, man. It's so. Please just be here. Turn off the TV. If you're here on your computer, turn your phone off. Put it on silent. Matter of fact, let me do it before my son start calling me. I'm telling you, in about 3 minutes, y'all gonna hear him banging on the door, talking about some dad. But it's okay, right? I love what I do. So be here. Hey, few announcements, and then we're gonna go out to some testimonials, family. I want you guys to hear these amazing stories. But so hot off the press, if you have not already joined the email class, this is gonna be hot off the press to you. But some of us saw it at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, by the way. All my time zones are going to be Eastern, just so y'all know, right? So if I say 6, that's Eastern. That means go back to 3 o'clock for the West Coast. So 6 p.m., Miss Faye Highslip sent out the email blast, and guess what you saw in there? Tomorrow night at 7 p.m., Mr. Darnell Self will be doing a recruiting Zoom for your guests. Like, when do you have a chance to literally say, hey, a gentleman that's making $1 million a year in this business, and he's willing to help so many others do the exact same thing, is going to be sharing what that opportunity is. Is it worth 20 minutes of your time to hear how you can make $1 million over the next 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? How long? Do it matter how long it takes? How long will it take you to make $1 million that's actually been paid out to you at your job? You might be saying, well, they make 6 figures, so it may take them 10 years. And guess what? Taxes is different when you got a W-2 versus a 1099. I'm just being honest, right? Then on Tuesday night, you have 50,000. Wow. I'm so sorry, Mr. Bells. $100,000 ring earner. Mr. Eddie Bells doing your Fast Start class for your new associates. Please get them registered. So many bonuses out here for getting people Fast Start qualified. Hey, for my senior directors and above, this is your time right now to reach down through your organization and help everybody. It is in everyone's best interest to help someone get that belief check and get their money back to a bonus. Like, you can literally tell somebody, hey, you can get started today, help 3 people become customers, and 1 person find an opportunity here. And not only do you make your commissions, but you get your money back plus $1, right? I love how Ms. Beverly say, hey, we're going to actually pay you $1 to get started if you Fast Start qualify your first 20 days. But guess what, fam? They still have to go to their Fast Start class. So we have one Tuesday night at 7 p.m. with $100,000 ring earner, Mr. Eddie Bales. Guess what's coming on Wednesday? My personal favorite. Millionaire Club member, Miss Karen Beverly, will be doing a presentation. So guess what? Here's what you can say about this one. I love just giving out like scripts, right? I don't know why. I get it from Miss Darren. She always giving me a script to say something whenever I'm doing something. I call her for, hey, this is what you can say. I love it, right? Because then I say it and it works. That's the crazy part, Miss Darren. Like, if you actually do what you hear from the stage, it works most of the time. 99.99% of the time, right? But you can say, hey, this young lady actually has a video in our Prospect by Legal Shield or Prospect by PPLS in our Prospect app. But wouldn't it be better if you felt the energy live? I've seen the video. It's amazing. But her energy live, you can't beat it. I mean, like, you have to invite to the person, to the event, to the information, but it has to be compelling, family. Like, you have to just make it sound better than, now, you can't make it sound better than it is. I'm telling you, a $99 investment has paid me over $250,000 in 3 years. It can't get any better than that. Actually, it can. I can be like Ms. Darren making $2 million with a $99 investment. I'm just saying, right? So listen, family, I am excited because there's so much going on. The company has put things in place for all of us to have this type of energy. If I pick up the phone and I call anybody on this Zoom, you should have this energy that I have. It doesn't matter if it's 11 o'clock at night or 6 o'clock in the morning. I wake up fired up because I know what's coming. We're going to talk about that too. Like, we're going to talk about that. I promise we're going to talk about that. What else? We have Thursday, we have our welcome Zoom. Family, do you know, let me ask this. Put in the chat, how many welcome calls should you do when you recruit a new associate? When you sponsor a new associate? How many welcome calls should you do? Put it in the chat, right? 3. Okay, so y'all know. Guess what? You can get all of that done on Thursday. You got a host plus 2 testimonials. That's 3 welcome calls. Not telling you that it's taking the place of it, but they get a chance to hear different stories right there in 15 minutes from the host, 2 or 3 different testimonials. You know what? You put it there. I didn't have to tell you how many welcome calls to do. You put it there. So that means you know, not just mean that you have to do it. My mama always said, baby, if you know better, you do better. You know. Now it's time to do. I love this. Oh my God, Miss Deer, I'm so excited. Okay, I'm sorry. So that's Thursday on TNVconnect.com, TNVconnect.com, and that is at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Like, Mr. Clinkscales, this is the young pro Atlanta Slang. He murdered that welcome Zoom last Thursday. For those of you that don't know what murder means, he killed it. Oh, same thing, right? He did a great job. He did a great job last Thursday. So you definitely want to get your new associates plugged in. And then on Saturday, you got back-to-back, Mr. $100,000 ring earner Eddie Bell's doing another fast start class. For those that you recruit from after Tuesday at 7 o'clock, because we don't stop recruiting don't stop at 7 p.m. on Tuesday once they go to Fast Start. We continue to recruit Tuesday night, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Then you get them back on the Fast Start class with Mr. Eddie Bales on Saturday. And that way they go get their bonuses as well. All right, family. For those of you that have your cell phones nearby and you wasn't coachable and you didn't turn them off when I asked you to, that's perfect. Because now I need you to turn them back on if you were coachable and turn it off. Turn it back on because I need you to text TNV to 301-880-9906. Listen, if you got a text reminder at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight, don't text that. You're already part of it. Ring earners, I see you being very coachable. Stop it. You're already part of another chat. You don't have to do it. Thank you, though. Right? Text TNV. T as in team, N as in new, V as in vision, TNV to 301-880-9906. Guess what else is happening tonight? I just looked at my man. Guess what else is happening tomorrow night? At 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Our Monday Night Live. And it's done by none other, I call him Miss System. Because if y'all came to the TNV event when we was in Maryland, D.C., I never know where we are when we go to Maryland. I don't know if it'd be Maryland, D.C., or Virginia. When we was somewhere in the DMV area, and she called up all the military people, and she called out commands, and they had no idea what was going on, and they all, she teaches the system. We have none other than $50,000 ring earner, Miss Angel Stevens, doing our Monday Night Live. Yeah. We always talk about calendaring your success, and I completely agree with that. But I need you all to do me a favor and calendar 9:30 tomorrow night. This is one you want to catch live. This is one that that live energy is just a little bit different than when you go back and watch it on Tuesday, on your way to work. And I get it. That's your starting your day the right way when you get that positive energy in the Tuesday morning on your way to work. This is one you want to catch live with Miss Steve. I'm just saying, right? You heard it here first. All right. And then last but not least, family, our book of the month. Our book of the month is The Power of Consistency. Do me a favor, family. Put the author name in the chat. I want to say it's Walden Long, but I feel like I'm wrong. It is, Miss Darren? Okay. The Power of Consistency. This book, Weldon Long. Thank you, Mr. Carterbaum. This book is so amazing. Just in the first 10 minutes of listening to it, I literally had to pull over on the highway. I had to pull over on the highway to make sure I wrote this. I think this is going to be one I don't listen to in the car. This will not be a drive time university. It won't. This is going to have to be something I listen to when I can write. Because I had to pull over entirely too many times, man. Because one of the first quotes that went, once you play it, one of the first quotes that you're going to hear, he said that circumstances does not make a person, it reveals them. He said circumstances doesn't make a person, it reveals them. And I had to pull over because I had to ask myself, when circumstances that's outside of my control happen, what will be revealed to my team, to my family, to my business? When I schedule for a sit down and I show up at Starbucks and I get that text saying, hey, I'm 5 minutes away, and then 30 minutes go by and this person still haven't walked through the door. They won't pick up the phone. They're not returning the text. What will be revealed? I can't control that circumstance, right? I can't control if somebody doesn't show up to a Zoom. I can't control if they don't show up to a sit down. I can't control if they say, hey, I'm going to get started on Friday. How many of y'all heard that the Friday never came? I can't control that. But what I can control is the person that is going to be revealed through that circumstance from me. Will it be revealed that I'm a quitter? I'm going to quit doing my exposures because they're lying to me. Will I be revealed as someone that's, hey, I'm not going to sponsor anyone anymore because they're not doing what they said they was going to do. They said they was going to do a Zoom at 7, and at 6:59 they canceled. We can't control those circumstances, family, but we can control who will be revealed through us. I love that, right? I'm telling you, when you read these books, you got to read it from a personal standpoint sometimes, right? All right, and then this one, probably one of my favorites. He said, we become what we think about all day long. We become what we think about all day long. We become what we think about all day long. It is the 9th of the month. How many of us are still mad that we missed PC or PC Pro last month? It's the 9th. And we're still thinking about what happened last month. How many of us are mad because we didn't get that promotion that we wanted? We didn't go senior associate. We didn't go manager last month like we wanted to. We didn't go senior manager, director, senior director like we wanted to. See, we become what we think about. What are you thinking about all day, every day? Are you thinking about what happened, or are you thinking about what's going to happen? Do you know most people don't think about the next 5 years because they are afraid of what happened in the last 5 years? See, it's time that we stop running from things and we run to something. See, when you run from something, you're focusing on the past. Have you ever noticed in a movie they be running from the bad guys, they running from the monsters or whatever, and they fall? When they fall, what are they doing? They looking backwards. They too focus on what they're running from instead of focusing on what they're running to, which is safety. So they miss the branch on the floor in the path because they're too focused on what's happening behind them and not focused on what's coming. I don't care what the last 5 years look like. I don't care what the last 30 days look like. What is the next 30 days going to look like? Because you control that. What are you running to instead of what are you running from? Stop running from that you missed PC Pro. Don't run from that. Run to PC Pro this month. Matter of fact, run a 300 PC points. That way you don't never have to worry about falling out of PC. Because you come back with a rollover. Run to Ron's executive director on your personal pen. That way you ain't got to worry about if your team is not doing enough to get you the ED. Because you're there. Run to something. Don't run from it. Because guess what's going to happen if you're running from something? You're going to fall. Because you're too focused looking behind you and not looking ahead of you. It's time that we start looking ahead. The company has put too much. Don't worry about the last 90 days. What is the next 90 days? How are you going to run through 2022? Y'all know I don't like to use the word close. The only people that can close is Chick-fil-A. They make enough money to close on Sundays. We don't. And if you do, by all means, I'm not talking to you. But I don't close a month. I can't close. I run through it. I don't close a year. I'm not closing this chapter. But I'm running through this chapter of 2022, right into 2023. I'm running to something. I'm not running from it. Change your language, family. All right, I'm done. All right. Before I go out to the testimonials, family, how you doing, Mr. Kelly? You look amazing as always, man. Dude, you just glow. Okay. Before I go out to any of our testimonies, I do want to go out to the co-founder of Team New Vision and $1 million ring earner, the GOAT himself, Mr. Darnell Self. Mr. Self, I know you just landed. Have you had the chance to make it on, sir?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Man, you are on fire. Like, I don't know. Let me not go right there because it's windy. I'm not sure. I know because it's what you're listening to and what you're reading and your associations that have you talking the way you talk and having your mindset the way it is. And I just want to say congratulations to you. Thank you for hosting this call. And we worked really hard with the company, between the home office and the top field leaders, to put together what we know, not what we believe, what we know is an opportunity for people to realize their dream. And not just financially, but yes, financially, right? So not just financially. And what I mean by that is an opportunity for each and every one of us to reach financial goals so that we can do other things, so that we have the flexibility, so that we make different decisions. That typically money is a factor in the decisions that we make. And so we eliminate that, so the decisions you make in life are decisions because there's a choice that you desire, not because there's a certain amount of money that you have or don't have. So I just want to say congratulations to you. It's an honor to be in a position where we have some influence to help others to reach a senior director level, an executive director level, where you can really control whether you make $5,000 to $10,000 every single month. So that's exciting. So I wanted to mention that. So if you've not set that goal to do that, please do that. And I know when I got started with PPLSI, prepaid back then, we actually had it structured out on a whiteboard that had in my office at the time exactly how many people I needed to help join our business, how many people that I needed to market the membership so that we can get to that director level. So then I could focus on the executive director level. We didn't have senior director at the time. So I'm just asking that if you haven't done that, right? If you've not literally written down, okay, this is what I need. I need 4 more teammates, and I need those 4 teammates or me along with those 4 teammates to do this. Or I need 12 more teams, whatever it is. If someone called you today and said, look, what do you need? What do you need to hit that level, whatever that level is? And you said, hey, I need 8 new teammates and I need this much in premium. Like, you've got to know what that is. So that's why I would recommend that you do that. If you already are there, here's my last thing. If you're already at the senior director or executive director level, it's all going to come down to how many people can we help? And not everybody wants to be helped. And our goal is to find the people who want to be helped and the people who are willing to act on that and work with them. That's it. So it won't be everybody who joins. That was a lesson that I had to learn. Not everybody's going to say, not everybody's going to do what it is they say they want. So that was probably my most difficult thing, if I could share with you all that lesson, is to find someone who says, hey, look, I really want this. And then they're willing to go through enough people, because that person who says they want it has to go through enough people in order to find someone who joins who's serious too. So it really comes down to us sorting through the people out here in the world. There's a whole lot of people out here in the world. And guess what? There are people who've been dreaming. There are people who've been praying. There are people who really need what we offer. And it's just up to us to talk to everybody that we're around. It's not just social media for all of my seasoned folks who I'm just not that good on social media. People are outside again. We just landed and the airports are packed. Airports are packed. We just stopped to grab something to eat. Restaurants packed. So people are outside again. It's an excuse that we can give ourselves that there's nobody out here to talk to, but there's a lot of folks who are willing. So I just wanted to encourage you, inspire you to sort through as many people as you can, as fast as you can, and not get stuck on the nose. As Mr. Hillman said, we are in a place right now that there is a sense of urgency for us to go out and run through 2022 through 2023 and realize all of our dreams. So listen, tomorrow night at 7 p.m., I'll be doing the Zoom, a recruiting Zoom. So tomorrow night, that's Monday, I'll be doing a Zoom right here on the same link, or you can do castdivision.tv. And so invite all your guests. Invite 20 so that 4 to 5 show up. Set that as a goal. I'm going to invite 20 people to the Zoom tomorrow. You can control that. You can't control who shows up. You control the number of people you invite. So TNV, let's invite. That's 7 p.m. East Coast time tomorrow. And Karen Beverly's doing the Wednesday recruiting Zoom at 7 p.m. So we got 2 big recruiting Zooms happening this week, and maybe some others happening as well. But let's invite. Mr. Hillman, I appreciate you, sir. Thanks for all you do, and I will turn it back over to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. No, thank you. And, you know, sometimes you just got to write down the one phrase that stands out to you. Like, so many times we try to write down everything that we hear. Sometimes you just got to write down the one thing. And the one thing that Mr. Self just said is the decisions we make. Now, you can put whatever you want to put behind that, but it's the decisions that we make. We make. No one can make the decision. No one can make the decision for me to go out here and get 2 exposures today. I have to make that. No one can make the decision for me to stay up to 3 o'clock in the morning sending out emails to make sure that I have the business that I need to have over the next 30 to 60 days to hit the goals that I need to. I have to make that decision. The decisions that we make. You got to write down just I'm telling you, sometimes. All right, ring on this. We're going to go out to the testimonials, family. If you have a testimonial, please raise your hand. I see Mr. J.R. Riddle. So we'll start there with $50,000 ring earner, Mr. J.R. Riddle. Over to you, sir.
Hey, sir. Incredible call, always leading by example, sir. I'm so proud to introduce this young lady who's been doing some incredible things inside of our business within her first 20 days or less. She hails from West Point, Mississippi, guys, and she actually just leveled up to senior associate. But not only that, she's only one recruit away from being manager, so I know she'll be back on here next week giving a testimony as well. Her name is Chantel Lanice on here. So I want her to share her testimony. So Chantel, if you see Chantel on here, Chantel Wilborn, you'll see as Wilborn. So she got Wilborn on her today. So Chantel Wilborn, all the way from West Point, Aberdeen, Mississippi. She's on here. So, sir, if you can highlight her, and she'll be able to share her story.
Hey, can you hear me?
Like you're my next door neighbor.
Okay, hey, you guys. My name is Chantel. I'm from Mississippi. I have 2 boys, 10-year-old and a 4-year-old, and I'm just excited because how I started the business is through J.R. Riddle, my mentor, my sponsor, my business partner. I actually met him through social media on Facebook. I was like through a mutual friend, and so I was seeing he was in Hawaii or whatever, and I was like, I want to know where he is. I want to do what he doing. So I reached out to him. I was like, okay, let's see what's going on. So, he explains what he actually was trying to get me, started, and it was showing me different videos. And I finally, he was reaching out to me weeks after weeks. And, I had to pray about everything before I do something. So I finally got started. And so he has been a lot of help to me with the business. And so it's like he started me up. I started on my fast start class. And then after that, I completed it. And then I did an open house. I had 6 guests. There may not be a lot, I'm not sure, but I had 6 guests. And with Mr. Riddle, I got 4 members and I got 2 business partners. So I'm really excited about that. And so I'm just grateful and thankful for this opportunity because, I want to basically make extra income and also do something for my boys. And I want to have like passive income, residual income coming in. So I'm thankful and I'm glad to be part of the team.
Man, that's amazing. When I tell you success leads to family, she said she went to Fast Start. All right? She went to Fast Start. She started there, and then she had an open house, a PTC, first Zoom, whatever you want to call it, right? She called it an open house. What you call it? She had 6 guests there, man. Congratulations, Ms. Wilbur. We know we're going to be celebrating you again next week, but just go ahead and crushing the manager position. So congratulations. Mr. Wilder, did you have another one, or good to go? Okay. We're going to go out to $100,000 ring earner, Mr. Eddie Bales. Over to you, sir.
Awesome. Thanks for having me, and great call. And I just want to introduce one of our associates out of South Carolina. Her name is Brianna McCain, and I'm proud of her. She went manager, and it didn't happen when she wanted it to happen, but she kept pressing. So if we could unmute Miss Brianna McCain.
Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. How's everybody doing? Can you hear me well? Awesome. Yes, my name is Brianna McCain, and I did just go to manager. I'm super excited about it, and I have to definitely give the credit over to Mr. Bells, because Mr. Bells highly encouraged me to stay plugged in. He said that the more you stay plugged in, the more you'll come out of your shell, and the more progress you'll see. And so that's definitely what I did, staying plugged in, figuring out that if I got out of my own mind and allowed myself to do something that was different, then I will see something different. And that's definitely where my success and progress is coming. I'm super excited to see what else is there for me in the future. Back over to you.
Absolutely, Ms. McCain. And Mr. Bells, thank you for always leading, right? And I'm telling y'all get a chance to see him Tuesday and Saturday for the Fast Start. Okay, I'm done. Ms. McCain, congratulations on, like you said, getting out of your own way. I remember making that phone call to Mr. Edwards saying the same thing. Hey, how do I get out of my own way? And he recommended a book. We read it together. And that was the best obstacle I overcame, which was myself. So super excited for you. I know this is just a pit stop. For now, we're going to be recognizing you in the near future as well. Get to go out to, we're going to stay in South Kakalaki. $50,000 ring earner, Mr. Guy Condom. Over to you, sir.
Hey, Mark Davis Tillman, awesome training as usual. Just want to give a shout out to Miss Valerie Blackman. I want to also give a shout out to Mr. Ulysses Brown, who did a phenomenal Super Saturday on yesterday. Had Miss Valerie Blackman in the house. Well, you know the end of the story. We had to sit down today, put a calendar to her house, put all the information that she needed to have for our TNV events and the corporate events, basically to set her up. So I want to give a shout out to Miss Valerie Blackman, who came on board today as we had to sit down after the Super Saturday. Miss Blackman, if you're available, you can unmute yourself, say hello to the TNV family. I know they would love to hear your voice and possibly see your face. If you can find this, hit Valerie's phone.
Hello, this is Valerie from Charlotte, North Carolina. And as Guy said, I just became an associate today, and I'm excited about that and ready to make some money.
Congratulations, Ms. Blackman, and welcome. You know, I'm just going to echo one of my mentors, Mr. Humes. He'd say, welcome to PPLSI, but more especially, welcome to Team New Vision. So congratulations and welcome, Mr. Bell. I see you over there, sir. I'm going to come right back out to you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. There's 2 more I needed to recognize. They're not in the position to speak, but Keith Muhammad, congratulations to him who went manager, and also Beverly Gordon who went senior associate. So congratulations to them as well.
Congratulations, family. I just love hearing the success stories, right? One thing that Mr. Self said, and I want to say it was on the very first TNV event I had the opportunity to attend, which was virtual in 2020. He said, you know, when God is blessing your neighbors, don't get jealous because at least he's in the neighborhood, right? And we're all business partners here today. So that means he's in the neighborhood. All of you are my neighbors. whether you're to the left of me or to the right of me in these little boxes, but we're all neighbors right now, right? So I love hearing these success stories. Family, I'm going to open up to any ring earners with any travel schedules, any Millionaire Club members, Circle of Champions that have anything that they want to share before we close out this evening. Any Millionaire Club members, Circle of Champions, Platinums, just raise your hands. We'll get you unmuted. Any of our $100,000 ring earners, six-figure ring earners, $50,000 ring earners, just raise your hand and we'll get you unmuted. All right? Awesome, family. Before I close out, two things I want to mention. Gotta stop for the man. Hold on. Matter of fact, let me get my dictionary real quick. Going out to $100,000 ring earner, Mr. James Kelly. Over to you, sir.
Hey, sir, phenomenal job tonight. Thank you for bringing the energy and, allowing us to be able to feel, of course, your passion. And, so often we can actually start to become calm, right, in building this business because, we're confident about what it is that we do. But even the most, successful athletes and stuff in the world, even when they're on the best teams, right, they still don't come out of the tunnel in a relaxed fashion. They come out ready with their game face on. That's exactly what you've done on tonight, right? So let's be excited about what it is that we're doing. And I'm excited because I get a chance to, for the very first time, go out to Santa Clara, California this upcoming weekend, the 14th and the 15th. So who do you know in California, right? I get a chance to go and hang out with the leadership there. Ms. Ty Deering, who of course now is earned over $2 million from home. Somebody who easily could do this event on her own, but she understands the power of third party, right? Third party is always better than first party. And so she's, flying me out to, that marketplace. So we're going to do a luncheon, I believe, on Friday, and then we're doing the Super Saturday event on Saturday. And I can't wait, just to share a little bit of the journey that we've been through because we've been through the vicissitudes, right? The ups and downs in business. We don't claim to be perfect here because, again, perfection, it repels people. Here, we let you know that we're real people dealing with a real opportunity that makes you real money, but we get a chance to work with real people, and that's what Team Division is truly all about, right? So, again, who do you know in that area? Because you don't have to live there in order to make money from there. So I'm looking forward to you all packing out the house, right? Let's continue to build Team Division in a way that the whole world will have to recognize what it is that we're doing as a movement. And, again, I'm so excited to be doing that and definitely looking forward to being able to spend that time out there. So with that, sir, I'll turn it back over to you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, I appreciate you, sir. And I love that. Who do you know, right? Because that's something that you can actually post on your social media. Hey, who do I know in this area, right? Who do I know that lives here? Who do I know that lives in this area that would like to learn how this young lady took her 15 years to make $1 million, took her 5 years to make the second million, right? And she's going to be sharing how she did that along with Mr. James Kelly, who's working on his first million. Like these are stories that we can't make up, right? And you can simply put that in words on social media saying, who do I know in some place? Santa something. I told y'all I had to grab a map to figure out what he was talking about. Right? No, just like, who do I know in Northern California? See, I never just put the city out there because if it's you drive to a Super Bowl party, well, this is your Super Bowl party. Drive. Who do I know in Northern California? Who do I know in the northern Las Vegas or western part of Las Vegas or Nevada that's willing to drive to hear how these people are creating millions? That's what I would put. Or shall I say that's what I'm going to put? Okay. Family, two things that I want to mention before we close out today. The first one is I had an opportunity to chat, and I always say an opportunity when I talk to this young lady because someone that I've looked up to from day one in this business, and now I still look up to her to this day. And it's funny when I call, she picks up, and I'm always shocked. And I'm talking about Millionaire Club member Miss Karen Beverly, right? And it's not that I'm shocked that she picked up. I'm shocked because it's like, if I ever met Kobe Bryant, like I don't think I would have fainted for anybody, but I think I would have fainted for Kobe Bryant, right? And that's how I feel about Miss Karen Beverly. And I had an opportunity to have a conversation with her, and she said something that put my mind just going. For those of you that know me, it's like once my mind starts going, I can't sleep. My whiteboards come out. So do a lot of different paper because I can't use one notebook. I have to be able to, divvy it up a little bit. This is what she said. She said, your belief has changed since the day you got started. She said, you believed when you got started. That's why you went to work. But something happened that changed your belief to the reason why you're where you are today. And I say this, why my mom went to going at that point is because I had to figure out what was it. Was it the fact that the services helped me out of a situation that I don't know what would have happened if I didn't have the services? Was it the fact that I lost my job, not knowing how I was going to pay rent, car insurance, and this business kept a roof over my family head and kept food on the table? Was it the fact that, for 16 years or not, about 6 or 7 years, all I had in my ear was people saying that you don't have a college degree, so you'll never make six figures. And this business didn't judge me based on my education level, my background, the way that I couldn't speak as well as others, and I still was able to make a six-figure income on a part-time basis. What was it that shifted? Here's what I come to realize, family. It was none of those things. It wasn't. It was every last one of you. It was Mr. Self saying that he believed in everybody on this Zoom tonight. It was the Kellys being willing to be servant leaders every single day. It was Mr. Hume being willing to be transparent. From stage, on Zoom, everywhere he was very transparent. It was everything about Team New Vision that changed my belief. Family, I'm saying this to tell you, you're in the right place at the right time. I need you to realize that. And if you don't believe it just yet, I got an event for you to go to. Because we always hear that big decisions are made at big events. And we think that big events only happen, October or April, companies. How about this? Two of the best in the industry doing a power training. You have someone that has written multiple bestseller books about how to build an empire. $1 Million Ring earner, Mr. Brian Carruthers. You have someone that had to change my language there. I was going to say should have written multiple best-selling books, but I'm still working on that. Trying to get him to write that book because I will buy it 10 times fold. But has helped 40 people. See, we always talk about he helped 40 people make six figures before 40. But we talk about how he has helped over 70 plus make six figures before he was 50. Yeah, we talk about the 40 before 40. Let's talk about the 70, 80, 90 before he turned 50, right? Just saying. And they're going to be teaching you exactly how they built a sustainable business that's going to be paying their families for generations to come. And that's happening this Saturday in New Jersey at the Doubletree. Go to LegalShieldCalendar.com because I don't even want to mess up the address. And go to LegalShieldCalendar.com. Simply go to New Jersey. Look at this Saturday from 11 to 5. What if 6 hours could change? We always talk about what if $99 could change your life. We know $99 can change your life. But 6 hours could change your last name for generations to come. Some of you may be thinking, well, I don't live in New Jersey. How can I get that training? It's called an investment. Look up a flight. People talk about Spirit. But if you can get a flight for $39 to New Jersey, that morning at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, you land, you go to this training, you fly right back out at 7 o'clock that night, and you back at home the same day. It's worth it. You have to drive 6, 7 hours. I hear stories all the time about, I'll just tell you one, Miss Farrah Shelley, $50,000 ring earner, work a full-time job, had a group. She couldn't afford a hotel at the time. She stayed in her car. She changed clothes in her car, slept in her car, went and did the group, and went back to work the same day. How bad do you want it? Where's your belief level? All right, family. Again, go to LegalShieldCalendar.com and register for that event this Saturday. I don't care where you are. You can register. You can fly in. You can drive in. And you may be saying, well, I don't have the $39 to fly on Spirit. Here's what I love about Legal Shield. They pay daily. Write a membership tomorrow. You have that money by Wednesday. Book your flight. One thing about Spirit, that flight ain't going to go up. It's going to be $39. Okay, I'm sorry. No shade on it. Just like Southwest. It ain't, okay, my bad. All right, I'm done. All right, family. It has been an honor to be your host this Sunday. Again, come back next Sunday with Mr. Kevin Palachi, $100,000 ring earner. Telling you, you're going to see all kinds of PowerPoints. I mean, it's going to be to the T. I'm telling you. And don't forget, tomorrow night, 7 p.m., we got Mr. Self. Invite. And then tomorrow evening at 9:30, we have none other than $50,000 ring earner, Angel Stevens, on our Monday Night Live. Go join the Facebook group now. I hate Mr. Kelly, you get those emails at 9:32. So-and-so have requested 50 people to join. Like, I can. I'm watching it right along with you. Well, who you should be watching it too. Go join tonight, family. We'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great night. Enjoy your Sunday. And we'll see you all tomorrow and next week.